You gotta realize that I'm 18. I'm way younger than everybody else in this panel.
Wait.
Way younger.
I'm not way younger, but then again, as you said, I have the right to be in my home phase right now. So anything I
Did you
shoot
say
out.
that?
Hold on, wait.
No, well,
no one has a right or
there's a
not
girl-
a
you were
right.
in your
That's
whole
true.
phase.
Well,
That's a-
but there's a girl.
right.
It's like saying I have a right for
Deserves
ministry.
got nothing to do with
Deserves got nothing to do with it. You just get to do it. You do it or you don't do it.
I do it, but then again, I do believe in a relationship. I strongly do believe in a relationship. But going forward right now, I don't see that because that does not benefit me in any way. I need somebody that benefits me, that helps me push me to my goal. And if you don't do that, then there's...
You don't need a man.
Exactly. And so I'll just be the man and I play the man for so long until someday one guy will walk up to me and be that male lead and show me that, you know, that I don't need to
That guy
be
will have
all-
to be
all-
more of a man than you are.
Exactly.
And he'll have to be into men
Exactly.
as well.
Wait.
What?
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, because you become the man you want to marry. Why would you want to get with, like, why would a guy want to get with another guy if he was assuming he's heterosexual?
That's true, but then again, I do have female qualities. It's not just because it's just a front.
Do you think
Because
that you
I
should
have-
develop those female? Well, you're 18, right?
Of
Do you
course.
think you
I
should
do.
be?
I
Do you think?
eventually
Do you
down
think
the
that
line, I
perhaps
will.
maybe you need to lean into your feminine a little bit?
Of course, but you know, down the line, I will experience that. But right now, I'm so focused on many different qualities, just like how some people want to be doctors, how some people want to be lawyers. I'm 18. I'm
You
starting
wanna
out
be
from that.
A hoe?
Nah.
Well, you said
What?
you said you wanted to do
So
like your hoe phase.
Some people, you know, go
did I
from
misread
18
the
to
situation?
19.
She's in her
so
party
if
years.
if I get into a relationship, how does that push me to become a nurse? What does that male do to push me to be a nurse? Does he tell me to wake up on time to go to my classes? Does he tell me to pay? Does he pay for my
Thank you
courses?
for agreeing
actually?
with my tweet from this week.
Of course, listen,
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I think you're setting yourself up for failure in a way. If you're like doing your hoe phase this early, like you're not gonna end up with meaningful relationships if you keep it up, you know?
Speaking of,
having a meaningful relationship
Well, it seems like that's what you
is
seek.
two different things.
Can I
There's also a main person
something in
and there's
here?
a side person.
Whoa.
As a guy, there's always going to be some guys out there. There's going to be a main and there's going to be a side. The main will always get mad at you at everything,
Oh,
every
I'm sorry.
little thing.
This is
not
your philosophy at
vacuuming and this and
18
that.
years old? Jesus Christ.
Well,
I have seen so many things. I'm telling you.
I think
I
it-
have seen so many things. And as a
so-
female, you know, as a guy, you know, you don't want a girl constantly down your throat asking me where you are, who you're with, and where you're going. You know, that's why a side person and a side doesn't really ask you that. They just sleep with you one day and sleep with you another. Whenever you ask, you always have that side person to talk to rant, to vent.
Can
you
I
know?
can I redirect us here a little
Have you
bit?
been the side person?
Of course, I've been the side and I have been the main. I have played all this type.
Let me
of parts.
let me see if I can redirect you because we actually got on this tangent because the ladies were asking us what is our ideal mate, right? I mean, I'm just gonna read back because he came up with a lot of this stuff. Pretty much whenever we're on, it's like I kind of let you pick up half of it and I'll pick up the other half. The other half is that I don't want a woman who is submissive. I want a woman who has genuine desire for me. So when you talk about OnlyFans, I want a woman who is going to give up OnlyFans without being asked. That I am the one that she wants to says, you know what, I don't want there to be any fucking confusion whether or not I am into this guy and I really want to be with this guy. So I am going to take it upon myself to close my Instagram account, close my OnlyFans account, because I'm a ride or die girl. This guy is the one for me. I don't want to have babies. I want to have his babies. This is the guy that I want, and I want her to be so fucking sure of that she's going to change her religion and she's going to follow me across the ocean to my homeland and stay with me because she has that level of desire for me. It's not submission. It's not enslavement. It is desire, so much desire on the part of that woman for that guy that she wants to be with him no matter what, ride or die. She's going to break me out of prison. Why would it not? We have asked this on Access Vegas several times, and I think the question we need to be asking is this, especially for the ladies on the panel here, is if you met the right guy and you have OnlyFans or you have an Instagram account, would you take it upon yourself? Would you have the insight to say, you know what? I don't want this guy to think that I'm actually advertising my sexuality to anyone else. I'm going to take that down on my own without having to be asked. would you do that?
Absolutely.
If it was if he was a
Absolutely.
ride or die girl,
Of course.
or you were the ride or die girl.
Absolutely. I would give him my passwords. I would delete everything.
passwords,
And
just
everything.
kill
I would
everything
just
off.
because I would want that security. I want to have that security with my partner. But
Would
you
you
can't
would
just,
you,
can't
so
just
what
post-
would you sacrifice, and what would it occur to you to want to delete your OnlyFans, delete your Instagram, delete any of it, because you don't want to advertise yourself and you don't want there to be any confusion with that guy?
Of course, and I need that you need to be direct. You need to tell me face to face, sit down
No,
with me.
you
and
do it yourself. You have that
To
much
going
desire
forward,
to
to
say, you
go.
know what? You say, he doesn't need to ask me. I don't need to know what the boundaries are. I already know what they
There's a
are, and I'm going to
process.
do it myself.
There's a process
No, there's
before
not.
that. There's
I
a
would-
process
I would
before. How are you gonna
argue
find that
that-
guy?
Hold
You
on,
know
hold
how
on,
many guys
hold on,
you guys
hold
are
on.
talking
One thing
to?
I would say is this about it, is that I would argue that might not be in some girls' consciousness at 18. So, although I agree with Rolo, him telling you directly and you being able to do it with no problem and knowing that's exactly what you want to do because you're so in love with him, you have that true genuine desire, would be acceptable in my opinion. I think you would agree with that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But see, the problem is you get into this quandary, I guess, because usually what they say is, if the guy asked you to delete your account, would you do it?
then
they
it's
would-
insecure,
then
right?
what they'll
Yeah.
say is, well, if he was the right guy, he wouldn't be asking me. No, what I'm asking is, if he's the ideal guy, would it be a concept in your head, an insight to say, I better cut this shit out?
Yes. Go.
I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but I'm gonna say no due to the fact that, for example, OnlyFans. I don't have it. She does, right?
You have Instagram?
But
You have an Instagram?
I do have an Instagram, but I'm just saying for example, OnlyFans, because she is making an income out of it. If she's talking to someone and she all of a sudden just stops doing OnlyFans, she has no income, and then that dude just ends up not being that person. She can have a feeling like, oh, this person.
Yeah, but that dude is like Justin Waller. He's taking care of everything for you.
Okay, you want to come in? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, even when I'm talking to somebody, because I have a boyfriend now, and I've been talking to him. We got together recently. So it was important to me to make sure that I was talking to only him, even when we were just in the talking phase. So I think this whole idea, like, oh, there's people on the sides, and even just giving up, like, your socials and stuff, I do it in a heartbeat, because immediately I cut off every guy when I'm just talking to this man. He had my phone passwords. I said, here, go through my Snapchat. Like, it's all yours, because it's important to show that you're committed before you even start the relationship. That's how he knows.
That's really good observation, because the follow up to this is you were talking about double standards just a minute ago. Okay, so when a man and a woman get together in some kind of relationship, men, when they are trying to get with a girl, they're the ones who have to sell themselves because of performance. We have to be the ones who can qualify. We have to look good. We have to have a good job. We have to be funny. You think about all the criteria that men have to actually get in a woman's pants, much less have a relationship with that woman. Men have to sell themselves on performance. Women, on the other hand, advertise themselves on the sexual marketplace. So whether that's Instagram or that's OnlyFans or however you're doing it, women are the advertisers. Men are the ones who are the salesmen. We're the pitchmen. We're trying to get you to accept us as an intimate, okay? So, and then some of us have a much easier time of this. Other guys have to actually work their asses off to do that, right? So
For the record, I work my ass off.
yeah,
You do work your ass off. There's he's trying to say you're too
So
good
when
looking.
you get into a relationship, if it's closed on her end and closed on your end, what that means is that guy can no longer sell himself on the sexual marketplace. He can't pitch himself because he would be a cheater, right? If he's trying to go get with a waitress and you're in a relationship and he's flirting with her and trying to promote himself to get to sell his sexuality to that person, we call that cheating. But yet when women still advertise themselves on OnlyFans, on Instagram, we don't have a problem with that. Or women say it's my only source of income or whatever. And that's the hard part of this, is we've attached that advertising to women's revenue streams right now. But it's okay for men, or for us to call men who would advertise themselves in a relationship, or pitch themselves in a relationship, we call them cheaters. But we don't say the same thing for women who are advertising themselves. And that's why I was saying, advertise themselves once they are in that relationship. If it is closed on his end and closed on her end, it should occur to you to say, I'm going to stop advertising my sexy ass. I'm not saying, delete your Instagram, but take down the thong pictures, take down the sexualized pictures, so that there is there's no confusion. Do you guys know what a soft launch is? Somebody knows what a soft launch is. Soft launch is when women have a new boyfriend and they don't show the boyfriend immediately. They'll show like hands together, or they'll show like their feet on the beach or some shit like that. Because women know that they will lose market share on their advertising if they show a guy, and suddenly that promise, that fantasy of availability goes away. The reason why women get upset about that is because they're still advertising from within a relationship where the guy has stopped, but the woman has not stopped advertising.